Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here, and Bradley, and all the critters. It is April 8th, 2019. It is Monday evening at 6:07 p.m. I took the weekend off because I just needed a couple of days off, like everybody does. Saturday, of course, I was busy cleaning house and doing laundry. And yesterday, we did some yard work. I went out and I raked out the backyard, which I like to do at least once a week because that way it gets rid of any kind of dog feces. And so we don't do the slip and slide because, trust me, you step in a pile of Charlie poo. It is just like a slick banana. And you start sliding. And as you slide that, as you step in it and you're sliding, the smell wafts up into your nostrils because it has been baking in the sun. So it has got the ever wonderful crust and then the hot, boily, molten center. Is everybody hungry for dinner now? Probably not. You're welcome. That's a great diet tip. But no, so I like to get rid of all the dog poo. So especially since Brad usually is walking out there at night and stuff when he comes home. So yeah, and it's a little bit of good exercise. And Brad mowed the front yard, which was the first initial mowing of this year. So it took quite a while. It was not an easy job. But he got it done. Right, hon?
Yep, I did.
So, that's all we did. I did a little bit of loom knitting. I'm making my own style blanket. I'll show you when I get it going more. I attempted to make a 10 stitch. Did like too many turns on it. And, of course, I'm not using the easiest of yarns. I've got to pick a yarn that's really very hard to use. Is that homespun, Lion Friend homespun that I love so much. But it's not easy with the style I'm using to see turns and stuff. So I'm doing my own. I'm attempting to do kind of like an oval, or a round blanket. I know. You think, really? And it's like, yeah, why not? Something different. I'm doing my own pattern. I'll show you once I get it going more. Brad is getting ready to marinate some salmon. He's got this marinade, and he's going to do that. And then we're going to do... are you still doing the potatoes and onions and bell peppers?
Yeah.
He's still cooking onions, potatoes, and bell peppers in the oven, too. We haven't really done that much today. He had to handle some business stuff. And then he surprised me with lunch out. We went to Burger King. I know that's not the healthiest of options, but we had a coupon, okay? We had a coupon that was good enough that it provides him with 2 days of lunches also. So we did that, and the puppies got to go with us, which they were so excited. They didn't get to go last week. Last Monday, we were running different errands, and they did not get to go. And both dogs are used to going with us now. And they were quite not happy with us last week.
They were put out.
Yeah, because I remember when you put Nixie in the bedroom, she was not happy.
Yeah.
And so this week, they were chomping at the bit to go. And like I said, Nixie's gotten used to getting to go, too. And she gets so excited. She's the type of dog who wants to look out the windows and look out the front, and she cries and cries when her daddy leaves the Jeep, and Charlie just kind of likes to lay in back, so that was good. That was really nice of him. He knew I've been a little down and stuff lately, and just over some life challenges and stuff. And, you know, we all go through that. You know, when you feel like your life is kind of at a stopping point until something happens and you just have to kind of adjust yourself. And so we did a lot of talking and stuff, and, you know, that always helps. I'm very, very lucky to have been married to my very best friend for over 30 years now. You know, sometimes I feel like I don't have, you know, many friends and stuff. And I've been very blessed to have been married to my very best friend for this long. He's him too. So, yeah, we've just been doing a lot of talking and stuff. We couldn't do the taxes because we were missing a piece of stuff, a piece of information that is being sent to us. And he's got some other stuff to do this evening. So, what else? That's about it. I know I haven't listed prices on those paintings yet, if anybody was wondering, and I know that not everything is up to date in the Etsy, and I will take a look at that later this week. I've gotten rather discouraged with Etsy, so I haven't been listing much in there. I know I haven't listed much of my new work in there. One of these days I'm going to sit down and do that. I just kind of want to... What's wrong, hon?
Oh, I'm just trying to get the hair out of the trash.
Oh, I just kind of need to have a few days for me, and I'm very much that way. Brad knows that. If I'm rather stressed out about something, I kind of need to take focus off of something and just kind of lose myself in something I'm making or a piece of artwork. And I know I haven't done any artwork in a week, and I will. Trust me, I will. I just want to sit and work on this blanket for a little bit. I have plenty of hats going and stuff, so I could take a few days and just yesterday was the first day I didn't make a hat. I just want a couple of days, you know, to work on something different. So, that's about it. Anything else, honey?
Sorry, I couldn't hear the tail end of what you were saying.
Oh, I just said that was about it, you know.
Yeah. I'll be back out there in a moment.
Okay, honey. I didn't realize you were in the bathroom. Or bedroom, I mean. Charlie, what are you doing? What are you doing, handsome boy? What are you doing? Anything else?
Not that I can think of. I mean, one of the things, and I know I've probably commented about this before, but I'm really kind of surprised at how the employer-employee relationship has changed so much in the years. You know, I'm saddened by it, and I'm really surprised by it.
It really has. I mean, what more do you want to say about that?
Well, you know, it's just, you know, I know that there are a lot of employers that have complained that there is not the loyalty from their employees, you know, but that goes both ways.
Right.
You know, that really goes both ways.
You know. And that's about all we could say about that situation right now.
Yeah.
You guys know Brad's been stressed out about some stuff going on at work, and that's all I can say about that, and all I will say about that right now.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, it is really sad. You know, all I will say is that, and I know this makes us sound incredibly old, but I think most of our friends are about in the same age range or very, very intelligent. It used to be that loyalty, like he said, between employer and employee was so solid. if you had a good worker, you kept a hold of them. Not the case anymore. Not the case. That loyalty both ways is just not there anymore, and it's really sad. You know, it's really sad. You know, I really wonder what we're becoming overall as a society like. But
Yeah,
that really worries me.
I do too.
I posted about that a little bit ago.
Oh, okay.
About you know, it's really sad when I'd have to read the post. Well, I said it better than I am thinking it right now. You know what I mean? Let me see. I slept since then. I like to say. Let's see. Okay, I said, I really worry about society as a whole anymore. We dispose of people we once called friends as easily as we do rubbish. All lives matter. Just because you don't agree with what someone does or says doesn't make them invisible or less than. What are we teaching our future generations? And I really mean that. I mean, because, how many cases that maybe you've encountered somebody that you thought maybe was a very good friend, and that if you say something or do something they don't agree with, all of a sudden you're deleted. You're disposed of. There's no talking it out. There's no, hey, why'd you do that? Or agreeing to disagree or anything. It's just, poof, you're gone. And it's especially that way, I think, with social media friendships. And it makes me really, really hesitant and scared to become friends, close friends, to really invest myself, because you are so easily gotten rid of. And it hurts, because when I become friends with them, I become friends with them just like if they were sitting right next to me. So, and I'm no better than anybody else. I have made my mistakes and stuff, but, it does really hurt. And it really is sad. The loyalty doesn't seem to, like, with friends, with employer, employee. What are we becoming as a society? What are we teaching future generations? It makes me worry. So, and enough about that, because everybody's got their own opinion, and not just because this is mine doesn't mean it's the right opinion, certainly, and doesn't mean that somebody has a different opinion is wrong. One other thing I do want to say about was the friendship thing is, so very often you have a friend that says, you can tell me anything, you can say anything to me, and if you do, because I have a habit of becoming of being very honest up front and sometimes too blunt, then all of a sudden, no, that's not okay, or you have a friend, ask me anything. I'm an open book. So you ask them something and they get mad, and then all of a sudden you're deleted, blocked, erased, etc. So anyway, the weather today, for those that are curious, it is 74 degrees, feels like 74.
Sorry, sweetie.
The high today was 76, the low will be 66. 90% chance of participation today. We got a little sprinkle, but nothing else so far. Humidity is at 81%. Let's see, when is it supposed to? Oh, this evening. During about 1 o'clock, hun.
Oh, okay.
Wind is 10 miles per hour from the south. Sunrise was at 7:18. Sunset will be at 8 p.m. And tomorrow is 20% chance of rain. And pretty much the weather same as it is. So That'll be good. Do you have anything else to say, honey?
No, sweetie, I think you got it. I think you got it out.
One other thing I want to say on this whole thing about how life can become hard and, you feel like you're very stagnant because you're waiting for this, that, and the other to happen. My belief is that when you find that happening, you need to pretend like whatever say you're waiting for the lottery. You know in your mind that you're going to win it in 3 years. So you're putting everything, all your hope and plans and dreams in waiting. Because in 3 years, this is going to happen. Well, in my little feeble mind, I think, let's pretend like that's never going to happen. And let's just proceed on, this is what we have, and this is what we have to work with. So when it happens, it'll be a nice surprise and definitely help. But we already have things set in place in case it doesn't happen. So then it's like a win-win to me in my mind. Because I worry that if I sit and I think and I dream and stuff, that what if that doesn't happen and I've wasted all this time? Because we only get so much time. So, and I know I've talked about this before, but I am going to start driving the Jeep more. Some days I'll be taking Brad to work. I'm going to look into more. There's some groups that meet at the library that I'm going to look more into and think about going to or doing a little bit of volunteer work there just to get out and about more. Just so I start meeting more women locally and stuff that I could be friends with and stuff. Or just even to know people around here. Because we're coming up in the end of this month will be 3 years. And so, we're coming up on, I really would like to start knowing more people and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to work on. And stuff is just sharing the one vehicle we have more because, that's just the way it is. And no, I'm not going to do a GoFundMe or anything to get another vehicle. I really feel like in my heart and hearts, and this is just for me, myself, that GoFundMes should be made basically for, something kind of as an emergency thing. I know I had a GoFundMe a long time ago for when I was trying to have weight loss surgery. To me that was, and I didn't raise a whole lot of money, but I did appreciate everybody that did contribute. When that fell through, I offered to pay that back, and nobody wanted their money back. It was only a couple people that had donated, but I certainly did appreciate it. But I think the GoFundMes really should be for emergency kind of life-saving things, or that if you have a death in the family, or, if you have a very ill pet that could be saved, somebody has cancer, etc. And that's just my opinion and mine alone. It doesn't say anybody's GoFundMe is wrong. Everybody makes the choice to set up a GoFundMe for whatever reason. Everybody makes that choice to donate to whoever for whatever reason. So, right, hon?
Yep. Well, backing up the puppy train a little bit. Somebody used to say years and years ago, and sometimes you think I don't listen, but I do listen and pay attention. But somebody always used to say, hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Yep.
That's what I believe.
Yep.
That you hope for the best, but let's prepare for the worst.
Yep.
And that way, when the best happens, you're on cloud 9 and holy heck. But if it doesn't happen, you're okay.
Yep.
Because you're prepared for the worst.
Yep.
It's kind of like that thing about if you had $100, you would hope that you get more money, but let's prepare for the worst that we're never going to get any more money, so we better save a good part of this. So it's a win-win.
Yep.
But that's all I got. I'm going to watch some TV, do some loom knitting and stuff.
Yep.
And like I said, Brad's got a little bit of stuff he's got to get done on his computer, and that's about it, right, Charlie? Charlie, is that about it? Charlie, are you a pretty girl? Are you a pretty girl? Are you? Are you a pretty girl? He's so handsome. He'll follow me from room to room, huh? Right, Charlie? Charlie, hello. He's ignoring me.
Is he?
Are you ignoring me, Charlie? Oh, now you're not. What are you hearing? He's hearing something. Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And I think you guys are awesome. And I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.